Hey everybody, happy Sunday. I thought it'd be fun today to do a video recorded FTP test, because why not? FTP tests are pretty awful, so why not share in my misery? An FTP test, FTP stands for functional threshold power. It's how much power you can put out on the bike for 60 minutes, but nobody ever does that because it's way too hard, and because it's so hard, it's not super accurate. But instead people do usually a 20-minute test, which I've done a ton of, and you know, after riding for a long time, you kind of know where you are, so I don't really want to do that. So instead I thought I'd try a ramp test. I haven't done one of these in a really long time, not since doing some testing at Western Michigan University with a VO2 max test or mask on and everything, which is horrible. All this stuff isn't fun. It's fun when you get outside, you're fast. So anyways, how this works, a little warm up for 5 minutes, which I've already done a longer warm up, so I feel pretty good. Then we start off at 100 watts, which is really easy, and it goes up 20 watts every minute. So 100 to 200 should be a breeze. 200 to 280 shouldn't be too bad. I do a lot of long rides in that zone. Over 280 is where it'll start getting pretty hard, pretty fast. I'm gonna shoot for 400, but I don't know if I can hang with that. Seems a bit much for this early in the season, and yeah, we'll see. But you know, I feel like my power is around 300 watts. My FTP is around 300. That's where I have it set on Zwift, and that feels pretty good. So in order to have it, you know, be 300, how the math works, I need to hold 400 watts for a minute. Or with the longer 20-minute test, I need to hold 315 for 20 minutes, which seems pretty doable right now. I think I could probably do that. It'd be really hard, but I'd probably be close. 310, maybe 305, 315, right in there. But we'll give this a whirl. See how it goes. So I'm riding a Smart Trainer. It adjusts the resistance on my bike, so I can only ride at that wattage. And if I slow down, it gets harder. If I pedal faster, there's less force, but you're still doing the same amount of work, putting out the same amount of power, because you're pedaling faster. So it's power versus RPM, or really force versus RPM. So yeah, my 5-minute warm up, or really more like 5 minutes of recovery from my warm up, is almost done. Started off easy, and then get to the pain. So if anybody feels like jumping forward to the hard part, it'll probably be about 5 minutes from the end. Instead, if you want to hang around, we'll listen to some tunes and get ready to go here. Idea with an FTP test, or a ramp test at least, is you ride until you can't ride anymore, and it comes along pretty quick. So it'll go from tolerable to impossible like that, and you just keep pushing until your body stops. So that's why it's so hard and so fun. Alright, now it'll start getting a little more challenging. Still pretty aerobic, but it'll get not aerobic pretty quick. Oh. Well, I made it through 420. So that's a surprise. Oh boy. Well, so yeah, it's pretty good. That is definitely easier than a 20-minute test. And it's probably pretty accurate, I guess. It's supposed to be. I'm gonna find out in the next 4 weeks or so here how accurate it is. If I feel like garbage, then it was too high. If it's hard, but good, then I guess it was right. Alright, so that's an FTP test. You made it through the whole video. You have more will to keep going than I do. But thanks for joining.